Maggie to the rescue!
Hey everybody! Maggie's here giving TLC to the cutest little Hello Kitty doll. Thank you, Maggie. You can have a seat. And I know somebody that was getting ready to toss her, so I have to do my best to see if I can bring her back to life. She's made out of an interesting terry cloth fabric. She has her original Sanrio tag in Japanese writing and copyright 1976. So she's a pretty special little doll. And you can see she's got really bad stains as well as just being stained all over. So it's worth a shot. I'm going to give her a bath. Let's see what happens. The first thing I'm going to do is remove this button because she doesn't have a buttonhole or a loop. So in order to get her cute little vest off made out of felt. Now we can see sort of her original color, probably pretty close. Her eyes are actually glued down, so I thought about removing them in case that black felt runs. So fingers crossed. Put a lot of luck in this little bowl right here, and let's see what happens. Good luck, kitty. So now I'm just adding more hot water and adding a little bit more of the Oxy Wash as I go, and just turning her over and kind of using this wood tool to sort of push the dirt out. And then I'm doing some spot treatments as well. And I'm just using this paintbrush to sort of push it into those spots. It's a clean paintbrush. I'm starting to see that she's getting a little bit whiter, so it's already starting to work. I'm just continuing to do spot treatments. So I rinsed her, and now I'm going to continue with a little bit more of a spot treatment. But her terry cloth is already so much whiter. I think it's terry cloth. It's some kind of fabric like that. And adding more hot water. It's not boiling water. I just let it get hot, but Oxy Wash works the best with really warm water. So here she is. I don't want to go overboard so that she starts to fall apart or something. So she's still stained, but she's so much better. So she's full of water. It's amazing how much better these things were made than toys are made today. I'm squeezing her and it's really not changing her integrity or shape at all. The bottom of her is actually a little bit of a beanbag too. I didn't realize that. She's totally keeping her shape. That's wonderful. I want to remove that little piece of thread in there at some point. So just drying her off, and off camera I'm going to do some blow drying off her. And I'm going to think about how I want to treat the rest of her little bit of staining. What do you think, Maggie? So it's the next day and she's all dry, and actually the stains look a lot lighter today, so that's wonderful. She looks great, but I still want to do a little something to the stains with these paints. I'm going to mix a little bit of off-white with the bright white, but I know that paint is going to make the fabric a little stiff. So I've got to really make sure that I do it in layers and with lots of water. And this isn't something that I would necessarily recommend, but whenever I'm bringing something back from somebody wanting to actually throw it out, I just want to bring it back to its best state in terms of how it's displayed. So just making sure there's a lot of water mixed in. I'm going to sort of use my brush to kind of just pat the brush into the fabric. Making sure it just sort of integrates into there instead of sitting on top. I think I added a little bit of off-white, but I'm looking at this and I think I could probably just go with bright white, but I'm going to let this dry and see how it looks. Now for her face, it's a little bit stressful, but fingers crossed. And this is just the pure white paint. I'm thrilled that the felt of her eyes didn't run. I was really afraid of that. And now I'm just kind of pushing in with a paper towel just to sort of get it integrated into the fabric. I'm so happy. She looks wonderful. So where I use the paint, it is a little bit stiffer, which I anticipated, but not too bad. It helps that she's made out of this textured material. I'm going to sew her button on, and I have this cute little needle holder from an estate sale. Maybe they still make them, but I just love it. So you turn until the hole gets to the compartment where the needles are that you want to pour out. So I'm choosing one that hopefully will go through the buttonhole. Look how well this is made. Really nice quality felt in the little elephant that was cut out. So I'm just sewing the two sides together before I put the button on. I went ahead and sewed the button on off camera because it was getting very awkward when I was trying to do it in front of the camera. It's amazing how high quality even the little button is. So she needs her bow, and the only red felt I have is this little craft heart. So I cut out this template according to the tutorial by the channel Cutesy Shelf. So shout out to Cutesy Shelf. And it was a tutorial on how to make a Hello Kitty no-sew bow, which is definitely up my alley. So just following her instructions, I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to do a little trimming. So this part will get folded to make a bow, and the little dime I'm going to use as a template for the center of the bow. So she ended up gluing, using a hot glue gun to fold her bow, but I have another idea in mind. I'm going to use one of these rubber bands, because that way then I can hook it around the Hello Kitty ear. So I'm just folding in the center and folding back the two sides. And after I glue that center part on, then I'm going to get her set up for the big reveal. Isn't she cute? I'm pretty shocked that she came out this well. I wasn't expecting that. I really didn't know what was going to happen. So let's look at her before. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. And here she is after. This is such a good example of why we should not throw away toys that seem beyond repair, because they might not be beyond repair. So if any of you had this little doll, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And as a reminder, Maggie to the Rescue is a new channel, so if you want to keep up to date with restorations and show and tells and have some fashion shows to come as well, please like and subscribe. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thank you.